besties, and welcome back to Crochetober. Day 31, even though it's November 4th, but we're not going to talk about that on here. So, thank you all for joining me. We're keeping the spooktacularness going because it's spooky season all of the time. So the day that I was going to put this video up, we ended up getting a new bathtub, so that was kind of that whole day, and then I was just kind of wiped out, so my apologies, and I'm just now coming out with this, but hello and welcome. I have spooky things to share with you at the end of this video. Projects that you all have sent in, a little bit of a, we could call it a vlog, but it's just gonna be like clips with some music over it. It's not really a vlog. Anywho, so yes, I was supposed to do this. Told you I would do it November 1st, that way I could do all of the things from Halloween and be able to put those up, but my apologies. So we're here now. So at the end of this will be some pictures that you all sent in, and then here in just a minute, whenever I wash this all off and all of those things, I'm going to do crochet and tell, and so I will do like where we put those pictures up again, and then I do a voiceover, and so that way like a little more context than just the photo. So anywho, I hope you all had a spooktacularly amazing Halloween. I can't believe it's November 4th already. I just, anywho, yeah, so I didn't, do all the things that I wanted to do for Crochetober, but I hope y'all still enjoyed it just the same. I had an absolute blast, so I thank you guys so much. Everyone that participated, everyone that sent your stuff in, y'all are amazing. Okay, so very quickly, the costume for today kind of went as well as making this video on November 1st, to be honest. Since last year, I wanted my costume to be, it's like you look like, it's like a black and white filter, basically, or, like, I would look like I was in an episode of I Love Lucy, something super cool like that, look black and white, all of those things. So that was the plan for the last day, like, go big, I'm already home, you know what I mean? This makeup, it's not gonna work for the black and white filter because you can still see a whole lot of redness. I realize I can do all the things, put other makeup, all that underneath it, but this, it's like clumpy and weird and it wouldn't have worked. So instead, I am a zombie today, perhaps a mombi. It's just, whatever. So anyway, yeah, so the costume is not at all what I had planned, but that's okay. Here on Stitching It Easy, we just like roll with stuff sometimes, and so that's what we're gonna do today. Alrighty, so yeah, just did some creepy green splotchies, all of those things. So my project for today, I did a live like a week-ish ago, and on that live I was crocheting a witch's hat. I was gonna make a big witch hat at that point, and whilst on the live I decided I was gonna finish making it for a moment, so I set it down, and Miss Heidi told me that I should make it into a hair clip, and I was like, oh, that's so cute. So she gave me an idea for a hair clip, so that's what I made. So you're probably gonna be able to see it, so I didn't put it in, but it's a hair clip. So it's a little witch. So here's the little hat, and I glued a 0 on it from A Nightmare Before Christmas, and I held together Big Twist Grape, Big Twist Varsity Orange, and like a thin black sparkle yarn that I had, and then I added some pipe cleaners, and it's supposed to be like the little witches that fly into like a tree, like those decorations that it's just like their arms and legs, and then the little witch hat. That's what it's supposed to be. I'm sure Heidi's was, I know, I haven't even seen hers, and I know that Heidi's was way cuter, but that's what I went with. So pipe cleaners, that's what it's supposed to be. It looks like she had an accident. My project. I used my, I believe my, if I don't remember now, I think I used my 6.5. Yes, I did, because it squeaked the whole live. I remember that now. It was a very squeaky live. Yes, I used my 6.5 hook and held, like, set the 3 together. And I kind of talk in the video, like, or discuss in the video, I guess, like what I do as I go with stitches. I just kind of winged it the whole way, but either way. So yeah, I think it kind of works. I wore it Halloween night. I wore my hair in like little space buns, and then put this on one of the space buns. I wore my skeleton earrings, and I had my makeup look like candy corn. And so anyway, I had fun, because you know, that's what you do. And we actually had 2 trick-or-treaters. I just want to point that out. We never have trick-or-treaters. I was so excited. We had 2. It was a mom and her daughter. That's okay though. That's 2. I handed out candy because they both were dressed up. I thought I had makeup on my hand already anyway. But yeah, we finally had trick-or-treaters after like 20 some years. That was so cool. I was just like, oh, hello. So anyway, project. Okay. Put it back here, I guess. If you flew into the monkey, that'll work. Maybe not. Let's see. Okay. So, oh well, it doesn't want to be there. Apparently. My hair touched it. Alrighty, so anyway, on Halloween night, like I said, I will put some clips and things at the end. We all had a whole lot of fun. There was a Freddy Krueger, a Jason Voorhees, and a Sally in our house. Not Sally from like Jack and Sally, but from a video game. Very, very cool. Anyway, lots of fun. They looked absolutely adorable. So kiddos went trick-or-treating, did their thing. Finn went and hung out with his buddies for a little bit, and then came home and continued the fun. We watched scary movies pretty much the whole day. We watched Hocus Pocus, The Lost Boys. I don't even remember. Halloween, like the Rob Zombie version. Let's see, my gosh, there was a lot of movies. Anyway, we watched several movies throughout the day. Yeah, anyway, lots of fun. We went and got in on the 50-cent corn dog over at Sonic, or the Sonics, which was awesome. So yeah, got some 50-cent corn dogs. The kids got an ice cream and also candy. So good times had by all. We had trick-or-treaters. We carved pumpkins. There will be a little bit of a video of the pumpkins. This thing's like a stamp there. Anyway, a video of the pumpkins at the end. So yeah, super fun, awesome time. Yeah. Okay, so each day I've been showing y'all either like earrings, a mug, or something of the day. Today are my usual earrings. I added an extra one, but on Halloween these are my go-to earrings. So yeah, this year I wore the skeleton one, so it felt weird. So I felt like for this video I need to rep these. So one is a recliner that looks like it was on The Simpsons. I've had these since I was a wee child. So a recliner, and one is a TV. And these are like my favorite earrings on the entire planet. And then I added this little creepy mummy dude. It's like a little mummy mouse with him's pumpkin. So anyway, my earrings for the day. Also, I made my goal to finish the my punch needle. This is my punch needle, so I still have this little bit right here and right here, but it won't take me that long. But like I said, it was just kind of whatever, so I never did do it, but that's okay. I got the majority of it finished, because if you'll remember at the first of this month, none of these pumpkins were done, and this wasn't done. The background, the moon. So I did some stuff. I guess I didn't finish it like my goal, but you know, Progress is progress is progress. I hope. Alright. Anyway. So this is it. Like I said, that's the front. Like if you frame it and everything, that's the front of it. That's what the back looks like. I kind of like the way the back looks too. I think it's neat. So, anyway, that's it. So, I love how it turned out. This is so much fun. I would love to do more of those. It's just relaxing to do, but yeah, like I said, I worked on crochet things and just other stuff. I've been working on my cardigan, and the last couple days I've been working on my year-long sweater, so I haven't really been doing that, but you know, it's okay. Alright, our mystery for today. We've been doing mysteries, like unsolved mysteries that happened on Halloween. We talk for a minute to kind of get a bit of a palate cleanser, and then we do a fun fact and a joke. So at the end, if you don't want to listen to this, I understand, scooch ahead. Completely fine. So, alright. Like I said, I don't like doing kid ones, and I didn't realize that our last one was one to do with an infant, and so, yeah, or not an infant, I guess a toddler. Either way. So, I'm just going to try to get through it. Also, speaking of this, kind of like unsolved mysteries and things, true crime. Crochet, or Crime and Crochet is coming your way very soon. I'm very excited. So like I said, I'm going to do older cases, things that are whatever, just because, but yeah, so if you like true crime and things like that, like I said, there won't be like kiddo ones, but just the same, I'm going to start doing Crime and Crochet again because I've missed that a whole lot. So, alright. The disappearance of Stephen Dahman. On Halloween 1955, Marilyn Dahman took her 2-year-old son Stephen and 7-month-old daughter Pamela to a supermarket in East Meadow, New York. While she went shopping, Marilyn let Stephen wait outside the store with his sister, who was inside a carriage. 10 minutes later, Marilyn exited the store and was shocked to discover that both Stephen and the carriage were gone. Shortly thereafter, the carriage was discovered a block and a half away. However, even though Pamela had been left behind inside of the carriage, Stephen was nowhere to be found. He has not been seen since. In many cases where infants are abducted, it's theorized that the perpetrator wanted a child of their own and decided to raise the missing infant under a new name. Over the years, DNA testing has been utilized in an attempt to determine if Stephen Dahman was ever given a new identity. At one point, investigators noticed that Stephen bore the resemblance of the infamous boy in the box, an identified child who was found murdered inside of a cardboard box in Philadelphia in 1957. However, DNA testing would eventually confirm that Stephen and the boy in the box were not the same person. In 2009, a Michigan man named John Barnes came forward believing that he might be Stephen. But DNA testing also ruled this out. It's possible that an adult Stephen Dahman might be living another life somewhere under a different identity, unaware that he was once taken from his real family. However, his whereabouts continue to be unknown. It's wild, isn't it? Oh, it's so wild. You know, that you never know, I guess. My goodness gracious, the fact that, yeah, you could just be out there and have no idea, which I know that happens a lot. Yeah, it's just wild to think about. So, anyway, yeah, like I was saying, I'm going to come back with Crime and Crochet. I don't like doing ones about kids. It's awful just thinking about him not being with his family. Anyway, I'm going to come back doing Crime and Crochet. If you all are new and you don't know, I used to, whenever I started them, I try, because I like write out a script and all of the things it takes me a while. It's kind of like a book report, getting everything together. I used to crochet while I was trying to like read everything and put everything together, and it turned out to just be really difficult. So I started just kind of reading them At one point I thought about like making a project that I just kind of worked on the entire time, and then at one point I also thought about making something and like either putting it on Etsy or selling it, or just like donating it and having, you know, something, I don't know, somehow making it all go in and working with the Innocence Project. If you are not familiar with the Innocence Project, it is just about the coolest thing ever. What it is they go in and do just like that, DNA testing, forensic testing, look at old evidence of cases, things like that, where people claim, you know, are saying that they're innocent, all of those things, or it turns out that all of the information isn't correct or whatever in the case. And there have been so many people that have been mistakenly put in prison for years at a time, their lives basically taken away, and the Innocence Project helps to get them out, and it's just really, really cool. So I would love to somehow incorporate that. So anyway, I know I'm like a, you know, not by any means like a big channel or anything like that, but just like somehow do something. I don't know, like I said, if I could put something on Etsy and like the funds from whatever I make and show go to that. I don't really know what I'm going to do or how to do it. So if anyone has any suggestions, honestly, that would be fantastic. I appreciate it. But yeah, I want to somehow incorporate that into crime and crochet, so I feel like it's at least doing something to help. Like the victims are also, you know, victims of wrongful conviction. So okay, anywho, all right, our fun fact for the last day of Crochetober, day 20, or year 2023, day -4. But we're not going to talk about that. So all right, we are 4 days closer to Halloween next year. That's really all what this means to my spooky friends. So how you doing? All right, so let's see. Okay, trick-or-treating became an American staple thanks to the Peanuts comic strip. That's all it says, by the way. There's no like how or why, but hey, all right. The most popular Halloween candy in 2019, anyway, was Skittles. Which kind of makes sense because, like, I feel like they're probably not the most popular, but probably the most purchased because, like, chocolate is expensive. And then you can get, like, those big bags of Skittles or, like, Laffy Taffy for not very much. So I feel like that's probably why, but that's just my own personal opinion. All right. Let's see. You would have to walk 44 hours to burn off the amount of calories consumed on Halloween. That's pretty wild. So, who wants to do that? You know, there's more candy in there. Let's just eat that instead. Okay. So, our Halloween joke. We're going to do 2. All right. Why do skeletons have low self-esteem? They have nobody to love. Alright. What is a skeleton's favorite dinner? A spare rib. So, alright. Y'all, dadgummit. I cannot believe it's the end of Crochetober. Alas, here we are. So, I pushed it out as far as I can. Today's the 4th. It looks silly to go much further than this, so I tried. I thank you all so much for joining in on the fun, for being here, for just hanging out for another Crochetober 2023 edition. It's the most wonderful time of the year, in my personal opinion. Give it up to my main man Jesus and Christmas. I get it. Halloween. I get it. So anyway, special spot. Yeah. Goodness. All right. I think though, if y'all are into it, which a few of you said that you were, I think that we need to get together at some point and do a crochet along with either the Lost Souls shawl or something like that. Something spooky, something fun. Because why the heck not? Alright. So, I thank you all for joining me on this spectacular adventure that has been Crochetober 2023. I hope you all had a fantastically terrifying time, that you were chilled to your bones and stuff. Even though Halloween is over and perhaps like most of, the normal creepiness is back to a medium, pumpkin spice things are starting to be a deal again. Thanksgiving, people are looking at turkeys and footballs and Christmas trees. All the while, though, don't forget, things still lurk about throughout the year. Still things to watch out for. Always watch over your shoulder. More importantly, may I suggest to you, my friends, until we meet again, Crochetober 2024, don't go in the woods. Stay spooky, my